Alright guys, hold on for a few minutes and we'll get started. Give it about a minute. I think I spelled the title wrong. Hope everybody gets the gist. About another 30 seconds till we get out of the town limit here for Burgaw. Hey guys, nice Saturday here. I am just coming back from the dump. Had to get some gas. I had soccer games this morning with the kids. It's always enjoyable. I enjoy watching them play sports. It's fun, it's entertaining for me. It's a good time just out at the ballpark in general. I enjoy being out there. I've enjoyed it since I was a kid, playing cup ball when I was 7, 8 years old. The title of this blog that I misspelled, that I'll correct before most of you see it, is Lean on Me. I quoted a job, but ended last year, started doing it, and I get half of my stuff up front and half of it afterwards. As a small company, that's my protection, and it turns out that it's a good protection to have. I did a job and the contract was over $10,000. Now for me, that's a decent sized job. The biggest job I've ever done was a $24,000 job. And that's about as big as I'll ever be because I don't look to even go back and do something even that large. Typically, when I do change outs, they're standard efficiency between $4,000 and $7,000 is where most of them fall. Depending on how big the unit is, and whether we're 14, 15, or 16 SEER. Because you can get all those standard sizes, and they're relatively simple machines. But I started doing this job, which was going to be Goodman 2 Systems, and got into it, got the deposit check, got all our stuff, and finally got the job finished. It drug on for a while. Got to the stage where it was done. Like any other job, issues pop up. You deal with them, you move on, and the job was completed. The job was completed well, the systems did fine. Nothing out of the ordinary. And then I turned in a bill, and it's been about a month since I turned in that bill. So a few days go by, and I contact the fella again and say, well, did you see the bill? He's like, no, I didn't see it, send it again. And I hate when people see that because half the time they're lying, they're trying to buy time. So I sent the bill again, and I sent it on my invoice service where it shows if they read it, and they had opened the email. So I was like, okay. And then several more days go by, and I'm like, well, where's the money? He said, I'll check on it, and I never heard from him again. So I, sent him another thing a few days later. Said, where's the money? So I'll check on it again. So I grew tired of this, and I'm waiting for it for $5,000. And certain times a year, if that money didn't come in, it would be a tremendous issue. I mean, a very bad thing that would be happening. Luckily, we're at the start of summer. Time is rolling along a little bit. So it's not completely devastating to have that happen where I'm sitting there waiting for this money. It's not good, but it's not a devastating thing either. So I'm waiting for my $5,000, and I'm thinking, well, I had to take the logical next step, which I've never had to take before. Guys are taking people to small claims court to get their money, but from what I read, the route that I might take is a mechanic's lien. And a mechanic's lien can be put on a property for a certain amount of money, and this particular property wants to be sold. They've renovated this house for sale, and of course they want to sell it. And of course, if you have a lien on the property, you can't sell it. So I was thinking maybe that'll be the best way to go, because they'll definitely want to pay because they want to sell this booger so they can make some money. So unfortunately, I'll probably have to get into that next week. Another pitfall of owning a business is you have to deal with things like this. There's no clock in and clock out. It is perpetual. And every now and then you have to deal with one of these crises that present itself. Now, like I said, that's a lot of money. It's a lot of money because I can't pay the guys who worked on the job. I had to pay the balance of the materials that went beyond the initial deposit out of my own money, so that irritates me to no end. So come Monday, Tuesday morning, and Monday I have a full day of work already, so it'll be hard to do. But Tuesday I might be traveling to a lawyer's office, calling a lawyer on the phone to see what to do next. I hope that the money arrives, but I've been waiting for quite a while, and this is one of the big issues that companies of my size have, because when we face an issue like this, when we've had a change out or an installation where the guy drags to pay, it's a big deal because we're a small company. We're not a company that's doing 10 or 20 change outs a month. I probably do during the summertime 3 or 4 maybe at the most. So it can be a pretty devastating thing. All I can do is push forward. I'll continue doing my other stuff. And it's stressful because you have to do the work. As a one-man show, you have to do all the work, where you have to carry the burdens of this other stuff that's going on. It's always in your head. You're always thinking about it, even though you have to concentrate on the here and now with whatever job you're working on. And it's a lot of stress. But it comes with the territory. There's rewarding aspects and there's stressful aspects. The blog I have coming up on the Pro channel is going to talk about, are you ready to start your own business? Because there's like a rosy, grass is always greener sort of mentality based on the fact you think you're going to make tons of money. And you will make, you can definitely make more money. And I've made more money. But there's a double-edged sword, and we're going to talk more about that. But I never had to pursue these legal avenues, so it'll be a learning experience for me, which I'll pass on to you guys. Like I said, I hope it doesn't come to that. I hope Monday, Tuesday, that check rolls in. But if it doesn't, I'll be forced to pursue it because it'll be the only means. Because I'll believe at that point, and I already do believe they're trying to dodge me and not pay this bill. And the one thing I know is I will get my money no matter how long it takes, because there's a principle to it, and it's a lot of money. So, but plus the tax time just passed, so the U.S. government will shortly be by for their amount too. Just want to do a short blog, guys, talk about this. It's a difficult subject, difficult to deal with for company owners. Smaller companies, the one-man shows, and it always looks rosy on YouTube when we're doing work, but it definitely is not. There's other things that go on behind the scenes, some of which you never get to see, that are much more difficult to deal with, and there's a heavy burden to be put on those people, and you have to be built to handle that burden. Some folks are, some folks crumble under the pressure, some folks snap under the pressure, but you have to think about it long and hard before you do it. Well, guys, that's about all for today. My daughter has a dance recital tonight, and hopefully I can join the hangout a little bit later. I don't know, because the dance recitals usually last a few hours and it doesn't start till 7. So I'll see about joining the hangout later. We had some good times on the hangout in the last few weeks. So hopefully I'll be able to join that later. I might be too tired and pissed off to do it, but who knows. Either way, I'll see you guys on Monday for a live blog. And there'll be another video released Monday concerning talking about business. And I'll continue editing some of the service calls I've done over the last couple of weeks, and perhaps put that up on Thursday, if not one of the classroom videos. So everybody be safe until I see you again, and enjoy some of our nice North Carolina countryside.